What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Wrestling with Conversation. Now, I believe this is episode 4. Now, I'm running a little behind, so we're going to talk about a couple topics that I wanted to get out the way before I end up forgetting about it. We're going to talk about Authors of Pain new company. We're going to talk about Toni Storm versus Britt Baker. We're going to talk about Samoa Joe and Adam Cole, and we're gonna basically be talking about who should dethrone Roman Reigns and more. But first off, I do want to thank you guys for continuing to show support. I will be doing it back to back. I might be a little behind. I'm not sure, but I will be back on track eventually. Cause, due to the person and stuff, situations going on. With that being said, I do want to thank you guys for tuning in, for showing support. If you are new to the channel, I do shorts weekly for AEW, WWE pay-per-views, and I do reaction videos, and I do wrestling conversation off of my podcast. Now, I think that's everything I had to mention, so let's just get into the first topic. Oh, how could I forget? Morrison did what Johnny Elite debuted last week to face Samoa Joe in an Owen Hart tournament. Well, let's just go ahead and start that real quick. Okay, so I just got off of work, and what I noticed was John Morrison was Johnny Elite. He was the debut Joker. Now, if you guys watched in my previous Wrestling Conversation episode, I actually thought maybe it would have been Miro, but I realized, Miro can't take an L. Cesaro can't take an L, especially on his debut. Well, Johnny Elite took a L in his debut. Now, I hate for that to happen, to be honest, but they had to sacrifice somebody, and I don't know if they planning on using Cesaro as a bigger deal. Miro, when he comes back, everybody talking about Johnny Gargano, but I just don't see any of them losing, regardless of, if they have a plan for them or not. Now, with Johnny Elite debuting, honestly, I see no problem with it. Honestly, I just hope that Mr. Tony Khan has a plan for John Morrison. Now, if I say John Morrison, I'm just used to that, because I'm really not used to Johnny Elite. I don't understand why he couldn't just use Johnny Wrestling, but I guess Johnny Gargano gonna be using it or such and such. But honestly, I feel like I'm okay with him. I'm honestly okay with him being in AEW now. Maybe he already went all across the globe, across the world, doing wrestling promotions such as Lucha Underground, TNA, WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, I believe, and now he just probably want to get AEW off his bucket list. I just hopefully that he don't get lost in the shovel in that big old roster that they have. I don't know if they're going to see him as a main eventer. I always seen him as a main eventer, in my honest opinion. I always thought he was a superstar, and maybe WWE changed their mind about it. But eventually, John Morrison did say in one of his interviews that if he declines to go to WWE, then they won't give him another offer. Now, that aged fast, because how you gonna tell the man he won't never get a chance to go back if he don't accept the offer that they giving him right now, just to release him, maybe a year later, a couple months later, maybe a year later. But that's just weird. But hopefully they find something for him to do on AEW, because that roster is already packed as it is. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Y'all know that. Y'all know people hardly get TV time. They don't know whether to book segments longer. That leads to having matches be so quick, and it ends up going off the cutoff time. It ends up, going through that cutoff time, and they would just cut the show off. They won't give you extra time. They would just gonna cut it off. So that's what I'm afraid of. Okay, now we officially have our first show in the Wrestling Entertainment series by Authors of Pain. They are the owners of this company. The match card we have is interesting, to be honest, but we're going to look over it real quick and talk all about it. Okay, so basically, they say free live. You know, they got a pre-show. They got 2 pre-shows. It's on Fight TV now. The first match will be Dirty Dango versus Leviz Jr. That's basically Fandango and No Way Joe's from WWE. I don't know. People saying that Fandango has retired from wrestling. I'm not sure so much about that. We got Mike Bennett versus Biff Busick. That's Mike Bennett from TNA, WWE, ROH versus we gonna call him Biff Busick, but we know who we talking about. I think that's Ori something like that. You guys should know who that is. I'll try to put a picture up there or something, cause he was in NXT as well. The world's women's tag team champions. Well, actually, it's not the world's women's tag team champion. I guess that's a botch. This is Mojo Rawley versus Lance Dorado in a regular match. And then we got Madison and Tenelle versus Poderazzo and Green, Chelsea Green in a women's tag team champion match. Then we got Killer Cross versus, that is Samara Del Sol. That is I forgot the man's name. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I didn't want to look it up. So basically it's Kalisto. So you got Killer Cross versus Kalisto versus Jonathan Bronson Weed from NXT. And he was on Impact. We got Legions of Pain, which is Arthur Payne. Oh, Jesus. And then, like I said, that's Arthur Payne, Legion of Pain versus Blade and McLean. I'm guessing that's the Forgotten Sons. Yeah, the Forgotten Sons on World Tag Team Championships. And then we got Lena, which is Nia Jax versus CJ Perry, aka Lana. Now I don't know. That's actually for the women's champion. I don't know what they got going on. It could be a good match. I don't know. I'm not going to judge it. You know, I'm not paying for the pay-per-view. I'll watch the highlights or whatever. And then we got the World Championship match. We got Adam the Titan, which is Braun Strowman versus All-Star Overheat. Now, people say he was complaining about wrestling. I'm not getting too much in it because I'm not a journalist. I just wanted to go over this match card and see what they have, and maybe if you guys are curious about it, I just gave my opinion on it. It looked like an okay card, and like I said, you know, they could have had it run in WWE, but eventually they end up getting hurt. Now they could have put the tag team champions on them, but they didn't. And this is the definition of, you know, placing all the cards on you, placing all the bets on you, and, you know, just go ahead and get the stuff done yourself. I mean, you know, believing in yourself, and if nobody don't want you, or, you know, maybe if you couldn't get there, then, you know, you got to do this stuff for yourself. So I'm actually proud of Arthur Payne, or the Legions of Pain, and I would like to see how far will they get with this company. It should be interesting. Okay, guys, we have Toni Storm versus Britt Baker. Now, that is, I believe, going to be the finals of the AEW Owens Hart tournament. And I don't know who Britt Baker was fighting tonight. It was a Josie wrestler, I guess. I don't know if I'm saying the word right. I just heard the word around. I don't know if that's offensive to them. Well, she fought someone, and I didn't know who it was at all. I wasn't going to cap. You can go check out one of my shorts. I did record a short of it. I don't know who she's about and what she do, but Britt Baker ended up winning that match by tapping her out, as you see in the picture. And then Toni Storm came out there and basically, you know, letting her know, I'll be ready for you when we fight off. So this should be an interesting match. They match in a tag team match wasn't all that good, to be honest, but it was okay for what it was. Who do I have winning this match? Britt Baker did take a L on Rampage by, I believe, was Toni Storm in a roll-up. I don't know if it was actually a roll-up. Hold on. Okay, so basically, yeah, it was a roll-up. So I'm thinking maybe Britt Baker gonna get the win back because, you know, she really needs, this is kind of a lose-lose situation because Britt Baker hasn't been on TV for a bit, I believe. And Toni Storm needs that big win over someone like Britt Baker. Now, they don't actually have a lot of people like Britt Baker as of right now in the women's division. Yes, they got some talented people, but you got to realize that, you know, Toni Storm needs this win. So, I mean, Britt Baker taking an L like this in a huge match like this against Toni Storm, it might hurt her a little bit, but she did lose the Women's AEW World Championship on a regular taping of Dynamite because it was Thunder Rosa adopted hometown, as they said. But this should be an interesting matchup. I do have I don't think Toni Storm is big as we expect her to be big in AEW. But I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna have to say Britt Baker because, you know, she needs this win, but at the same time, Toni Storm needs as well. But it really doesn't matter to me who will win. Like I said, this is a lose-lose situation. But I'm going for either one in this match. I would be happy with whoever wins. It won't matter to me as long as they can put on, you know, a great match. Okay, speaking of women, Sasha Banks and Naomi. Now, I don't actually have any news on this. I just wanted to say the rumors was they said that Naomi was manipulated into walking out by Sasha Banks. Well, Sasha Banks, but you gotta realize that Naomi is a grown woman. Now, she has been treated poorly throughout her career, so I mean, maybe she was waiting for, you know, a bigger name than her to finally, you know, walk out. And why not do it when one of your friends is, you know, in that mindset? So she took advantage of it. I just don't think she was manipulated. I mean, of course she could have stayed and won, but she would have lost that Hell in Cell. She wouldn't be guaranteed a women's championship. You guys gotta look at that, but at the end of the day, she is a grown woman, so she is capable of making her own choices. With that being said, I don't know what they got going on, but eventually, you know, they should have everything figured out. Maybe we get more news on it. I don't know, but I just wanted to mention it real quick. Okay, so we actually got the finals. Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole. Now, this is the finals of the Owen Hart tournament. Samoa Joe versus Owen Hart. Who I have for this? Obviously, Samoa Joe is winning this. But like I said, Adam Cole's been treated like he's supposed to be on top. He's supposed to be treated like he's supposed to be on top. But I just don't see Samoa Joe losing this at all. So maybe Samoa Joe will eventually win this match. I'm surprised that Jeff Hardy lost this match since he was the only competitor that faced it Owen Hart back in the day. But yeah, I got Samoa Joe for this. Now this should be a decent match because I think they did feud with each other in NXT. So yeah, this should be an interesting matchup. But my prediction for this is going to be Samoa Joe. Okay, now last but not least, who should dethrone Roman Reigns? Now listen, I'm not saying that he has to lose the championships, especially when they built him up to, like, you know, this guy mode, this tribal chief, the head of the table, right? So I'm saying, like, you know, if he was to ever leave and he want to be part-time, then they got a couple situations they can, you know, turn this into. And, you know, with everything all being said and done, who should be Universal Champion and WWE Champion? Well, why not just keep a unified champion, you say? Well, it was rumors and reports that saying that Fox, NBC Universe, and, they didn't want to, combine championships. They wanted their own exclusive brand or whatsoever. So I'm saying you have plenty of people. Well, you actually don't have a lot of folks on SmackDown to take that Universal Champion. Maybe except maybe one person. Well, two if you count him as a legit main eventer. But WWE really changed the name and turned him all around. So with that being said, the first person I think that should be able to take one of the championships from Roman Reigns, and that is Edge from Judgment Day. Now listen, they did say, I don't know if it was his contract or they promised he was gonna get a last WWE title reign or world championship reign or whatever. But if that is the case, why not just have Edge beat Roman Reigns? Even though he already beaten Roman Reigns, this is a new Edge. He can use Judgment Day to help beat Roman Reigns. But I think, Edge being WWE champion could help, with those views on the Raw brand. Now, he could hold the championship for a bit long and have this Judgment Day turn around and do everything he can possibly do with that brand, with the stable. Because they did say a fourth member is coming to the Judgment Day. So, who should he drop it to? I have no idea. Well, yeah, if he do get the WWE Championship, he can have it for like a couple months maybe. And then, Cody Rhodes, that's when Cody Rhodes comes in. Obviously, Cody Rhodes will be the Mr. Money in the Bank winning, right? Because they advertise and they using him. Now, I know that majority of people they use for advertising not going to always win. But I just don't see any other person winning the Money in the Bank. You could use Kevin Owens maybe, but he don't really need it. I mean, if you watch him, you can literally tell that he doesn't need the Money in the Bank briefcase. So has Cody Rhodes, but they need Cody Rhodes, and you need to find a way for Cody Rhodes to be in the championship picture without just putting him in there. Now, Kevin Owens, he did have plenty of times. Maybe they could have gave him some more championship reigns, but we are in a different time area, so that's sad to say, but it's unfortunately true. He could be championship, the mid-card championship, but Roman Reigns got this new gimmick. He could have been Universal Champion plenty of times, but that is unfortunately not happening right now. Now, with Cody Rhodes being Money in the Bank, you can see plenty of feuds with him and Edge. You can see him maybe go against AJ Styles and Finn Balor, only because they are in the contention of, the number one contention match, or, they trying to work their way up to get against Edge. You can see Damian Priest versus Cody Rhodes. They both use the Crossroads. AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor versus Cody Rhodes. It's plenty of matches for Cody Rhodes to, face while he's holding that briefcase. He can tease it, he can do all of this. So it should be an interesting thing to look at. So Edge being WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes as Mr. Money in the Bank. Maybe I want to say he beat him at SummerSlam, because I don't know how long that is. Maybe that's 3 months, because I think Money in the Bank is a pay-per-view right before SummerSlam, so maybe keep it. I don't know. Depends on how long, It could be to WrestleMania. It could, because they legit don't have any other WWE superstars that's, valuable enough to hold that WWE Championship. So I got Edge as your WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes as your Mr. Money in the Bank. Now, if they don't want to go that route, they can always just give the championship to... They can always just give the WWE Championship back to the almighty Bobby Lashley. As you know, he didn't lose the WWE Champion. He was, quote-unquote, injured from the Elimination Chamber, so they took him out. But it was turned out that he actually did have a shoulder injury, and it didn't take him long for him to get back in the ring, as he went to WrestleMania to fight Omos. and the WrestleMania in Dallas, Texas. And they still feuding, so maybe after this feud, Bobby Lashley can face Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank, and he can beat him for the WWE champion. And then you can have Cody Rhodes maybe find a way to get that WWE champion, call him out face to face or whatsoever. Is it believable? I don't think so, but they can find a way. Let's see. Yeah, that's Bobby Lashley, Edge is my only two people that I see beating Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. I could say AJ Styles and Finn Balor, but you know, Vince McMahon doesn't look at them that way, you know. So we just have to. Those are my two picks right there. Now, since we talk about the WWE Champion, let's go back to the SmackDown side of things where Roman Reigns holds the Universal Championship as well. Now, when I say there was at least two people on the SmackDown side, I was talking about Drew McIntyre and Gunther. Now, like I said, before they changed the Gunther name, Walter's name or whatever, and change up his stable and whatsoever. Now, I'm liking a new stable, but at the same time, it wasn't really needed. You know, like, it wasn't really needed, but I guess Vince wanted to, you know, change, you know, have his own names and, you know, have his own groups or whatsoever, because there's not a lot of tag teams on the SmackDown division or on Raw. The roster is definitely, you know, thinning out on SmackDown. What they've all been done and said, I just don't see Gunther beating Roman Reigns at this point. But I can see him winning the Intercontinental Championship, you know, building his way back up to, you know, that peak level at the mountains. Now, you all know how good Gunther is, right? Now, Drew McIntyre. I can see Drew McIntyre either beating Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, or they going to do it WWE at the WWE Clash at the Castle. Now, I don't know how they gonna have all this, you know, worked out. Maybe because I just don't see Roman Reigns losing back to back in like month to month, right? So I'm thinking I just don't see him losing back to back like this. So maybe he won't have anybody at Money in the Bank. But they said he was scheduled to have a match at Money in the Bank. Maybe it's gonna change plans or whatsoever. I do see him losing to Drew McIntyre at either SummerSlam or WWE at the Castle. So he could just maybe face Bobby Lashley at Money in the Bank. But I would love to see Edge or Bobby Lashley win the WWE Championship for Roman Reigns. And now if Drew do get the championship at SummerSlam, then he got a legit opponent right there at WWE Clash at the Castle. But Gunther already has an opponent at Clash at the Castle, and that's Shinsuke Nakamura. So maybe it is best if he do win the championship at Clash of the Castle, and then have maybe Edge or, you know, Bobby Lashley beat him at SummerSlam, you know. I mean, to me, I think that's a fantastic booking right there. Let me know what you guys think, but down below in the comment section. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything I have to cover for Wrestling with Conversation episode. I believe it's 5 now. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that like button. If you enjoy anything I said, or you agree with it or disagree, just hit the like channel. Hit the subscribe button if you want to hear more from me and you want to see more. Hit the bell post. Hit the bell notification for more updates, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys have a good week.